Okay guys, before getting into the main theory, have you ever felt like your days just fly by? Or maybe you feel stuck in a monotonous work routine. We've all felt the pressure of work. In this video, we will discuss some of the common pressure we experience at work and how to overcome them. Emerge on pressure mode. In this fast-paced world of work, we often feel driven in a never-ending race. Every skill code, every task needs to be completed immediately. However, did you know that excessive pressure can actually hinder our productivity? This is the first example of how work balance is due to irregular or frequently changing work schedule. Employees are often asked to change shift or work overtime unexpectedly. This creates significant stress as it can interfere with an employee's ability to manage time and balance work and personal life. A potential solution is to understand your physical and mental limits. Know when you can still work productively and when you need to rest. Additionally, try to understand that schedule changes might occur for valid and reasonable reasons. Stay calm, flexible, and focus on priorities when dealing with sudden changes. If regular schedule continues to be an issue, consider discussing it clearly and amicably with your supervision. Proper solutions like better plan schedule to reduce sudden changes, allowing employees to be more prepared for their tasks. In this case, empathy from supervisor toward their employees is also needed to reach a mutual beneficial adjustment.
Have you ever felt trapped in the dark, where the pressure of work seems to envelop your entire life? Anxiety, fear of failure, and fatigue become your constant companions. In a second example, less stress can be caused by an unhealthy or toxic environment. This pressure can come from unhealthy communication between employees, such as gossip or conflict, which create a toxic environment and add some pressure to complete the task. In addition, an unhealthy work environment can also arise from a supervisor or boss who gives a vague direction but demands perfect result, adding to the stress of the employee. This pressure, you can build more positive relationship with colleagues through good communication and mutual support, creating a warm and comfortable atmosphere at work. Avoid getting involved in unnecessary drama or gossip and focus your task. When dealing a superior who gives unclear instruction, remain a professional and do your work well without becoming emotionally involved in their behavior. Try to understand that they might be under their own pressure too. Additionally, superior need self-awareness to provide clear instruction to avoid confusing their employees.
Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the number of tasks that must be completed at the same time? That's what we often experience in the world of work today. Demanded to be able to do many things at once, it often makes us feel stressed and overwhelmed. Third, the pressure that is generally felt in the workplace is caused by the demand to be able to do multitasking work. In work, employees are often required to be able to handle several tasks or jobs at once with deadlines that are sometimes less possible. This is a separate pressure for employees, especially when all the tasks given have the same level of priority. A possible solution is to remain calm and focused when faced with multiple tasks. Understand your own limits in handling multiple assignments. Create a priority scale to tackle tasks more systematically, ensuring better quality results. If deadlines still feel insufficient even after prioritizing, communicate this with your supervisor and explain why the deadline is challenging, so an extension can be arranged. When working on multiple tasks, if you feel overwhelmed or unable to cope, don't hesitate to ask for help or communicate your difficulties with your supervisor or coworkers. Empathy and support from supervisor and colleagues are essential to ensure all tasks are complete effectively.
An individualistic work environment can take a toll on our mental health. Loneliness and isolation can trigger stress, anxiety, and even depression. Furthermore, a lack of collaboration can also hinder team performance. Fourth, another pressure arises from a highly individualistic work environment due to demands for speed. Such environments can cause discomfort as everyone is focused on achieving their targets quickly, leaving little room for communication beyond work-related matters. To deal with this pressure, show empathy and care for your colleagues. If you feel uncomfortable working in an individualistic environment, chances are your coworkers feel the same. Start by opening up and interacting with others. Invite your colleagues for casual conversation outside of work, like during lunch breaks or downtime when things aren't too hectic, to build closer relationships. Also, understand that every employee has their own responsibilities and workload. Try to show care and provide encouragement to one another to reduce the sense of pressure while performing your task. So, we've covered some of the common pressures we often face in the workplace, from inflexible work schedules to overly individualistic work environments. While these pressures can feel overwhelming, we don't have to give up. By understanding the sources of stress, managing our time well, building positive relationships with coworkers, and asking for help when needed, we can overcome these pressures.